Iran prepares to elect a successor for the late President Ebrahim Raisi this Friday. 2 of the 6 candidates gearing up for the polls have already dropped out. Amir Hossein Hashemi was the first one to rescind his candidacy from the presidential elections, and now Tehran's mayor Alireza Zakani has also withdrawn his candidacy. Let's take a look at the electoral context expected to play out on Friday. So remaining on the ballot are former Revolutionary Guards commander Mohammad Bakir Ghalibaf, Saeed Jalili, who ran Supreme Leader Khamenei's office for about 4 years, Masoud Pezeshkian, a reformist lawmaker, and lastly former Interior Minister Mustafa Pur Mohammadi. The election is expected to be a 3-way contest between Ghalibaf, Jalili and Pezeshkian. Masoud Pezeshkian of the Reformists Front is regarded to be the only one representing moderates and reformists. He has the support of other smaller pro-reform fronts as well as former President Mohammad Khatami and former Foreign Minister Javed Zarif. Pezeshkian backed the 2015 nuclear deal and has the support of former President Rouhani's camp, and he has hit out strongly against Western sanctions. Working against Pezeshkian is the fact that Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei has seemingly undercut him for what he sees is supporting the US. Khamenei has called for maximum turnout for Friday's vote. He is aware that a low turnout will hurt the credibility of the elections. Another key contender, Saeed Jalili, ran Supreme Leader Khamenei's office for about 4 years. He made an unsuccessful bid for the presidency in 2013 and then withdrew from the 2021 race to support Raisi, whose death has triggered the early election. The former nuclear negotiator has also said that he is committed to protecting Iran against foreign interference. He's been a strong critic of revival of the 2015 nuclear deal. A third among the front runners will be another conservative, Mohammad Bakir Ghalibaf, who has promised to reduce the number of Afghan immigrants and supported strengthening of the axis of resistance. Now, our correspondent Anas Malik has been tracking all the developments coming in from Tehran from the ground. Let's take a look what he has for us.
We're in Tehran right now, and how does the city look a day into just a day before the elections? Let's have a look. So we have exited the airport, and the road that we're on is the Qom Highway, right, Reza?
Yes.
And Reza is part of our local crew. The distance from Tehran city to the Tehran International, the Imam Khomeini Airport, is about 40 kilometers. This highway, it leads to Qom and then onwards to the southern parts of the country. Now, while we're driving, you'd see that at the airport, at least, it doesn't give more of a vibe of that of elections, but as what we're being told, in fact, what we're witnessing as well, that you've got these sporadic posters or banners of contestants, but that's in the outskirts of the city. So once you enter the city, really hope things would be different. In the center of the city of Tehran, you'd see banners hanging like these. This is Masoud Pezeshkian, who's considered to be a reformist candidate from the party of the left that talks about reforms as well. We're currently on the Qom Highway, which connects Tehran to Qom, Shiraz and other Isfahan, Kashan, our guide, our local producer.
Now for more on this, Anas Malik himself is joining us live from Tehran. Anas, thank you for getting us a sense of what's happening across Iran at the moment as the country gears up for its presidential elections that's slated for Friday. First up, now second person among the 6 candidates, who is Amir Hossein Hashemi after Alireza Zakani, both of them have now quit the race. Is this a domino effect we are experiencing in Tehran?
Well, Ghazizadeh Hashemi was the one who first withdrew last night. That was some sort of a shock, but again, it was along expected lines because the right-wingers would want to consolidate their power and would not want to have their vote bank divided. Ali Reza Zakani, who just withdrew a short while back, was the former mayor of Kabul, was the former mayor of Tehran. Pardon me on that. And Ali Reza Zakani has withdrew for the second time. In 2019, he filed his nomination papers for the first time. He, at that point of time, withdrew in favor of President Raisi. And today, just a short while back, he has withdrawn again in favor of his party candidate or his like-minded candidates, that is Said Jalili and Baqir Qalibaf. Now, Baqir Qalibaf and Said Jalili both have a divided right-wing vote bank as we speak. The other contestant who is benefiting from this rift internally within the right wing is Masoud Pezeshkian, the left-winger from the Reformist Party, who is harping and rather banking on the vote bank of the left, especially in the context of the uprising of the mass protest that we saw of 2020 following the Mahsa Amini episode. That being said, the mishandling of the COVID crisis as well has somehow helped Masoud Pezeshkian and his like-minded people get the word across. So as per what the pundits on the ground say, they predict that there might just be an upset only if Baqir Qalibaf and Jalil Saidi Said Jalili, they don't reform and they don't run. One of the two has to withdraw in the other's favor in order to consolidate that right-wing vote bank and not have a split voter, because in case if that happens, then the left wing of the Reformist Party gets to benefit directly. Ananya?
Absolutely, it does seem so, Anas. What are you hearing from the ground? How are voters reacting to these very late withdrawals from the race?
Well, the withdrawals are allowed up until the polling begins. So the polling begins, it's roughly about 3:09 here in Tehran as I talk to you. So it's there's another roughly about 15, 18 hours until when the candidates lawfully and legally have the right to withdraw themselves from the candidature or from the post of the presidency or running for the office. So by and large, this is very well under the realms of the law. Again, as I said, this is an attempt to consolidate the right-wing voter bank, the like-minded voter bank, because that is expected to take a blow following the rise of Masoud Pezeshkian, who is a former health minister as well. He's a strong critique of the incumbent regime. He's been a strong opposition to the late President Ebrahim Raisi and a vocal critique of his politics and policies. So the rise of Masoud Pezeshkian has been noticed, and all in all, unless and until one of the two from the top runners of the right-wing parties, that is Said Jalili and Baqir Qalibaf, one of the two withdraws in one of the two's favors, in either of the guys' favors, unless, if not, then the left wing or the Reformist Party gets to benefit directly. Ananya?
All right, Anas, thank you so much for getting us all those updates from the ground in Tehran. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.